on the road at Kutztown and at Shepherd, both games on Saturday. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Adamson Stadium for a beautiful day here in California, Pennsylvania, for the first game of our college football season between the California Vulcans and the Fairmont State Fighting Falcons. My name is Jonathan Saban. Alongside me today is the great Jonathan Sakaguchi. Johnny, how you doing today?
Doing good, man, and great day. Beautiful old skyline here over the stadium. It is picture perfect for football. I'm excited for this one on a classic non-conference rivalry here between Cal and Fairmont. A little bit of sibling rivalry between my sister right now. She's not talked to me all day about this because of this matchup. But aside from that, it's a great day for football. I'm excited to see this as we take a look here, or the tail of the tape coming up here as soon as I can get my computer to work properly. As these two who have some history, playing some back-to-back years now. Cal U last year averaging 33.7 points a game. Fairmont 22.5 points against. Cal U was only giving up about 13, almost 14 points a game. Fairmont close to 30. So, you wonder if that's going to play a factor here along with penalties against Fairmont. Was not as disciplined as the Vulcans were. Or taking a look now at the captains for your California Vulcan. And is number 5, Kevon Mormon, and also number 5, Noah Mitchell. Number 30, Noah Dillo, and 74, Bryce Perkins. Now, the Fighting Falcons won the toss. They elected to receive.
Yeah. Up to kick now for the Vulcans will be Anthony Biko, and then back to return will be number 17, Nassim Pacheco, and number 34, Derek Crosby. And like you said, it's just an absolutely beautiful day out here. Super excited. The sun is shining. College football is back. All is right with the world. And Pico is going to get us underway here in Addison Stadium. His kickoff is back. It's going to be returned by Crosby. Crosby making his way past the 20 and runs into a group of Vulcans players who bring him down just at the 25-yard line. So this Vulcans defense is going to go out first. And like you said, to start, only giving up around 14 points a game. So a very staunch defense. And I don't expect anything to change here today.
And Anthony Bika and Burnsworth getting in on the tackle there for that one. And take a look now at the starters for Fairmont State. Going through the lineup here. So starting for the defense for the Vulcans, some new faces and some former ones. Noah Silva, Derek Corboy, Gage Hill, Xavier. Here, Noah Dillo, Matt Toby, Gabe Miller, Micah Tillman, and Dominic Solomon Jr. and Kevon Mormon. And
the handoff just blown up in the backfield. That was Israel Xavier just blowing that one up. The handoff barely even made it to the running back, and Xavier was back there, bring him down for about a 5-yard loss.
Yeah.
So the Vulcans defense.
Let's take a look at the replay here. That defense of the the Vulcans getting through that offensive line of the Fighting Falcons and blowing the play up from the get-go, and dropping them in the backfield for a nice loss there.
Yeah, the tackle was on the running back Crosby. And it's going to be back there for quarterback for the Fighting Falcons will be Mike Floria. Floria in the pistol formation, 2 receivers to his left. Floria gets the snap and hands off once again. That rush straight up the middle. That one was by Donovan Washington, able to get those yards back. It's going to be a 3rd down and long.
Yeah, Washington ran into his own man as we look at the replay here. Bounced off his own guard and into Xavier as he gets it back to the line of scrimmage as a start.
Yeah, 3rd down here for Fairmont State, and if you're the Vulcans, this is exactly what you want to do. Your terrific defense is going to be able to help your fantastic offense when the Vulcans looking to get off the field here. It's going to be 3rd down and 10. Runner in motion to the right. And Floria is going to receive the snap. Floria looking to his right. The throw is made, and that one just off the fingertips of the outstretched receiver. That one was Joe Sean Lewis, and that pass is going to fall incomplete. And for a 4th down and 10, so the Vulcans able to get a 3-and-out on their first drive.
Yeah, good defense by the Vulcans. This is kind of like what happened last year. Here, the Vulcans forcing a 3rd and long situation, and a little bit of difference from last year. But either way, the Vulcans get the ball and could end up with good field position with Jackson back to as deep as the return.
Ali Ahmed is going to be back to punt here for for Fairmont. And back to receive will be Noah Hamlin. The punt is made. Hamlin making his way up. Will receive the catch and going to get chased down by a couple of players. He gets brought down and spun at around the 31-yard line. So
looks like the ball came out. And they're going to say Fairmont recovered. Let's see what the officials say here.
Brockton Blair on the stop.
And they're going to say a down by contact. It's going to be the Vulcans
from the 31.
And so starting lineup now for your California Vulcans up front. It'll be from your offensive line, Noah Burt, Bryce Perkins, Matt Chalum, Fritz Kelly Edmond, and your secondary quarterback Noah Mitchell, Cam Tarrant, Jaquay Jackson, Ian Edenfield, and Eric Wells the third, and Eric McCann the third.
First play handoff to the right side. And fighting to get it back to the line of scrimmage was McCann the third. McCann did a great job. There was a little bit of blown blocking in the backfield. McCann doing a great job of powering through and able to get back to maybe gain about half a yard. So the Vulcans second down and long. But something I wanted to talk about in coming to this one, Noah Mitchell on the cusp of history here for the Vulcans.
Yeah, Mitchell looking to break the school record. He's at 69 all-time right now. He throws his first one today. That'll break the record.
Second play, an RPO, and a nice catch made in the middle of the field. That time by Ian Edenfield. Edenfield is going to be brought down just short of the first down marker. So the first completion of the game for the Vulcans and bring up a third and manageable, a 3rd and 1.
Yeah, Edenfield, the product out of Laurel Highlands High School, has been a big factor in this offense.
Yeah, I'm sure you know a lot about Edenfield, being a Uniontown boy yourself, facing off against Laurel Highlands quite a bit. 3rd down and 1. Handoff is made right up the middle, and a nice big gain brought down just past inside Fairmont's territory. It's going to be McCann the third again. It's going to be a big chunk play for the Vulcans. It's going to be a first down.
And let's take a look here at the replay. As you see, McCann takes the handoff. The offensive line gives him a good lane to run and gets into the secondary. He takes it to the next level and dragging a couple defenders with him for the first down and then some and into Fairmont territory.
Yeah, a great start here for California. We could pick up their first down and able to get themselves inside of Fairmont territory. It's going to be a first down and 10 from about the 44-yard line of Fairmont. Mitchell, 2 receivers to his right, receives a snap, dropping back. Mitchell stepping up in the pocket, just goes for the quick dump, and he gets absolutely flattened. The catch made by Eric Willis. He gets taken down almost immediately, but did a great job to hold on.
Yeah, Willis, as we see here on the replay, cutting across the middle. We all know that's a dangerous play, but he is not afraid to go up for that ball. Gets flipped end over end and gets about 3, maybe 4 on the play.
Yeah, it's going to get taken down. It's going to be 2nd down and 7. Vulcans in the shotgun once again. 2 receivers to the close side of us, 1 receiver on the far side. That one being Jaquay Jackson, someone that Fairmont's going to have to keep a heavy eye on, as we know what he is capable of doing. Mitchell receives the snap. It's a quick throw, but looks like him and Willis off of just a little bit of miscommunication there. Willis didn't break the route that Mitchell wanted, and it's going to be an incomplete pass and brings down the 3rd and long.
Yeah, just a little miscommunication, but you expect to see those couple little simple mistakes here in the first game of the season. But before the end of the game, they'll have them ironed out before long.
Yeah, the first game jitters. Just trying to get them shaken out a little bit. 3rd down and long here for California. Mitchell receiving the signal from the sideline. 2 receivers to his left, 1 on his right. Back in the backfield with him is McCann once again. 9 seconds left here on the play clock. Mitchell receives the snap, firing to his right, and a catch is made, and the first down is made, and who else but Jaquay Jackson able to get the California up and moving again. It's going to be another set of first down.
Yeah. Jackson, in last year's, we all know, was one of Noah Mitchell's favorite targets. As we look at the replay here, we see him drop back and just step up and throw off that front foot. Jackson and knew what the assignment, got to the line to beat, and then got a little extra, and now well into the Fairmont territory.
Yeah, California edging ever closer to breaking the deadlock here. 10 minutes playing here in quarter number 1. Mitchell receives the snap and his hands off to McKay once again. McKay gets tripped up and falls forward for a couple yards.
Eric McCann, the ball
Let out a little
carrier.
bit of a scream that I can hear from up here, a little bit upset with himself, but falls forward, gets about 2, but there was potential for a lot more.
Yeah, McCann, and just tripped it right over his own guy's foot there. But if he doesn't do that, he probably breaks off another 6-7 yards if he doesn't get in the past the sticks and then heading for the end zone.
Yeah, unfortunate there, but California is still able to get positive yardage. That one is going to go down for about like 1.5 yards. Second down and 9. Mitchell still in the shotgun. The Vulcans favoring this shotgun setup so far. 2 receivers to to his right. Mitchell gets the snap, hands it off to McCann once again. McCann bustling forward, gets taken down by a couple of defenders, but not after picking up about 4.
Yeah, McCann, and just turning those feet here. As someone that played back for a little bit, the coaches always preach after you make contact, keep those legs turning and upfield until you get more yardage.
And McCann showing off pretty strongly here so far in the first drive. 3rd down and 5 for California. 3 receivers to the right for Mitchell. The Vulcans, the cheerleaders cheering, all the fans excited and looking forward to California potentially taking the lead here. Mitchell receives the snap, looking to his right, fires, and the catch is made that time again by Jackson. Jackson spinning forward and is able to get the first down yardage once again.
And Jackson, and just running a little in route there. And as we look at the replay here, we see Mitchell scans the field, looking for another guy downfield until he finds what he likes, gets Jackson in with that slim window, makes it.
And California able to get the first down once again. It's going to be 1st down and 10 on the 19-yard line. California looking to strike first here in their first game. 8 minutes left to play. Jackson in motion and receives the toss from Mitchell. Jackson working his way up the field with a little bit of speed. Jackson taken down at about the 11-yard line. Able to pick up about 7 or 8 yards there.
A little bit of trickery here early on. Haven't seen much of this as the Vulcans won the jet sweep here. A little pitch there as Mitchell gets another completion, and on the play here takes it and gets just shy of the sticks.
Yeah, I like getting Jackson involved in any way you can because he is explosive in this offense, and you can see that the coaches for California drawing up anything they can. Mitchell receives the pass, hands it off, and looks like that time McCann once again just runs into a couple of players. He's going to get taken down that time, about a gain of maybe 1. It's going to be 3rd and short.
Yeah, it looks like he only got a yard out of that one. And here's where Noah Mitchell becomes dangerous as Robinson makes a stop up for Fairmont. Going to keep an eye out for it because Mitchell could go for the record right here.
I mean, what a game, what a play that would be, huh? First drive of the season for California. Noah Mitchell potentially breaking the touchdown record. Going away from that shotgun style, now find themselves under center. Mitchell gets the snap, handed off once again to McCann. McCann able to bustle his way forward and get taken down inside the 5-yard line. McCann doing a great job at finding the hole, and the Vulcans find themselves 1st and goal from about the 3-yard line.
All right, let's take a look at the replay here. They go with the power I formation, and a formation I know very well, runs it right up the gut and gets a little more than just a couple yards. It's the first down and then some, and sets it down 1st and goal from the 3-yard line now for the Vulcans, knocking on the door.
McCann, the sophomore from DC, showing out here in the first game of the season. Mitchell under center once again. Mitchell hands it off to McCann again. McCann runs into a wall of Fairmont State defenders. It gets taken down. I don't think he gained any on that one. It's going to be 2nd down.
Yeah, it looks like he got back to the line of scrimmage on that one. And Vulcans are going to have to get a little creative here inside the red zone.
And like you said, this is where Noah Mitchell is the most dangerous. Going down, and I'm sure he has the record on his mind, as we all did coming into this week, anticipating that. But Mitchell is going to be under center once again. Look, they're going to head up the I formation this time. They have Jackson to Mitchell's left. Jackson in motion. It's going to go all the way through. It's going to be a fake handoff. Now Mitchell rolling to his right. The pass in the back of the end zone and dropped in the back of the end zone by junior McConaughey. Unfortunate, that was going to be everyone in front of us. You heard the collective breaths just drop there for a second. They thought it was going to be the first touchdown.
I agree, and I'm with them on that one as we look at the replay. Just in and out of hand of McConaughey's hands. But that was. They still have one more try here.
Yeah, it was unfortunate for the Vulcans. And if they aren't able to get a touchdown here, maybe thinking they're shooting themselves in the foot, not taking the chances they're given. Mitchell going to go back to the shotgun one more time. 4 receivers set. McCann in the backfield with him. Mitchell gets the snap, firing, looking to his right, and it's going to be easy touchdown for Noah Mitchell. All-time school record, 70th of his career.
Yeah, and congratulations to him on that one. And he now is the all-time school record holder. Watch this one. Just a little pop pass here on the replay as Mitchell drops back, looked over. I thought he was going to throw it to Cam Tarrant there in the corner. And you see him right there to Jackson and in the middle, untouched. It's for the record. It's 6-0 Vulcans.
Yeah, who would have thought Mitchell to Jackson? You thought you got to stop that one on Mitchell down on the sideline. Super excited, and we're so extremely happy. Mitchell.
Yeah, somebody get that football on. Take it to the athletics building now.
They showed Mitchell, a great friend of us here at CUTV, and a dear friend of not only us but our director Gary Smith, and all of us here. So happy for him and his teammates on the sideline, congratulating him, and just thankful for the record. It's going to be California up by 6, and then it's going to be Betco back to tack on the extra point. It's going to be a flag.
It's going to go against Fairmont for jumping off sides there. It looked like the far side there jump first. So that's going to put the Vulcans pretty much right there at the goal line.
Actually, you're going to call that on the Vulcans as someone, I think number 57 for the false start. That would be Fritz Kelly Edmond on the offensive line there, like you said, on the far side, but it's going to move the Vulcans back, make this extra point a little bit more difficult, but with the kicking ability of Betco, hopefully.
And Betco, one of the top kickers last year. As we look at the graphic now, for the all-time record with Noah Mitchell there.
Betco with the kick, makes it through the uprights and good. So 5:25 left here in the first quarter. California strike first, 7-0 over Fairmont State. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on CUTV Sports 1 and the PSAC Network.
Vulcan football is back this fall. Versus Edinburgh. October 1st at Clarion. October 8th versus IUP. October 15th at Seton Hill. October 22nd versus Slippery Rock. October 29th at Mercyhurst. November 5th versus Gannon. November 12th versus East Stroudsburg. All games live on CUTV Sports 1 and the PSAC Network.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Adamson Stadium as California able to strike first against Fairmont. Score is 7-0, and like we mentioned before, Noah Mitchell able to get the school record for most touchdown passes ever in school history, and we can take a look at the replay there.
Yeah, and here's a look back at that 70th touchdown for the all-time record. So just like we said, a little pop pass from 3 yards out, gets it to go. So now Noah Mitchell holds 2 school records, as he now holds the touchdown record and the completion record. And probably by the end of the season, he's going to have a third one in the all-time passing game. Only a couple hundred yards away from that still.
The kickoff is being returned. That one taken by Pacheco. It's going to be taken down just shy of the 30-yard line. And
with the return.
The Vulcans defense going to go back out there once again. We're able to get a 3-and-out the first time out. Looking to replicate that one here.
Yeah, Florida only one pass attempt there as we look at the replay. As we see here as Bessler just got bounced to the outside, got a lane and a broken tackle. Almost sprung him.
First down and 10 from the 30-yard line. Florio in the shotgun, 3 receivers to his right. Florio gets the snap, looking to fire towards his right, and is able to do so. Catch is made. That one is by DJ Cloud, and a great job to get him down there.
Yeah, that one was almost picked off just a little bit out of the reach of Josh Miller on the play. No relation to Gabe.
And Josh Miller did a great job of bringing down Cloud there. It's going to be a gain of about 5, so it's going to be 2nd down and 5 from the 35-yard line. Fairmont still in this shotgun set with 2 receivers. To Floria's right, man in motion. Going over to the left. Floria gets the snap, and the handoff's going to be made right up the middle, and maybe about a gain of 1 there. Vulcans did a great job. That was Donovan Washington with the carry, and California able to get bring it to the 3rd down once again.
Silva and Siegel all on the tackle there for the Vulcan. And as we look at the replay, nowhere to run on that one. And on that, he gets it only about a yard, maybe a yard and a half, if that. But that front 8 of the Vulcans just swallowing up everything on the run game for Fairmont.
Yeah, like you said, they did a great job there, just plugging up all the holes and giving Washington nowhere to run. So it brings Fairmont to another 3rd down, unable to convert on their first one. Looking to change things here. Floria in the shotgun, 4 receivers out there for them. Floria gets a snap, and the ball's tipped and incomplete. Intended for DJ Cloud again, but that time
Matt Toby he breaking up the play.
Yeah, Toby did a great job at reading the tip, because it looks like Cloud was nearly able to come back and track that ball and catch and bring it in, but like you said, Toby did a great job at stopping it. So it's going to be another 4th down for California, able to get their offense out there once again.
And I would have been excited to see him get the first turnover of the game, as Matt Toby's father always sits up here right next to us, just off to our left.
Bouchette with the punt, back to receive for the Vulcans is Noah Hamlin. Hamlin gets it about the 20, making his way up the field, and gets eaten up by the turf monster. And you can see that he's not happy about that one, as he looked to be getting a bigger play there, had a decent lane, but just tripped up.
Yeah, and we'll take a look here now at the preseason rankings, as the Vulcans picked 3rd to finish this season, and just behind IUP and Slippery Rock. They have the Crimson Hawks winning the West. As we know, Cal U, who shared that glory last year with Slippery Rock, the Rock being the only loss for the Vulcans. Looking for some redemption here as both of those teams will be here later on this season.
Yeah, I'm so excited for those games. But we got to get through this one first. It's going to be Mitchell in the shotgun once again. It's going to be a pistol type formation for the Vulcans. Mitchell gets the snap, handoff, and run up the left-hand side. It's going to be a decent gain. That time, Eric McCann with the carry for the Vulcans is going to pick up about 6 or 7.
Yeah, good run on there as McCann gets a lane. As Jackson and Blair for Fairmont make the tackle.
A very decent first down run there for the Vulcans.
2nd down.
Game was of about 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5 from the 29-yard line. Mitchell, 4 receivers out there for the Vulcans in the shotgun with McCann.
And he's got 4 dangerous receivers, especially with Jackson and Tarrant out there on his far side.
Looks like with that, it's going to be a little bit of miscommunication, so the Vulcans are going to call a timeout and just try to look things over.
And while we got a moment here, John, let's take a look around the PSAC. Some other games going on tonight. Shepherd traveled up to Southern Connecticut State. Clarion playing host to West Liberty. East Stroudsburg at Pace University up in New York. Charleston University from West Virginia is at Gannon. Millersville is at St. Anselm. And Seton Hill has traveled over to Wheeling University. And tomorrow, the only game for this conference will be Westchester at hosting in Bentley University. The rest of the conference will play a game on Saturday, including in Kutztown on the Cal U's opponent next week as they go up to Assumption University up in Massachusetts.
It would be a big win for California here today to get the first win at home and get the first win of the season. As like you said, we have to travel up to Kutztown next week and then the week after. 2 away games in a row at Kutztown and then at Shepherd after that. And the fans chanting, "I believe we will win."
Yeah,
I think it's a little bit early for that.
Yeah, the student section already fired up as Fairmont also brought a good number of fans up here as we have the little backyard brawl here.
Mitchell pass over the middle to Jackson. Jackson able to break one tackle and gets spun down after the first down. So Mitchell to Jackson once again, and that time the result it's as the same result as last time, another first down.
Yeah, take a look at the replay. Jackson right over the middle. This time breaks the first tackle. Gets the first down, spins out of another before getting wrapped up by a flock of Falcons there.
First and 10 from the
It's going to
39.
be first down and 10 from California's own 39-yard line. 4 receivers out there. Once again from Mitchell. Mitchell hands it off to McCann. McCann rushing up the right side is able to find a hole, able to fall forward. Looks like it's about a gain of 4. So another decent run for McCann.
And Vulcans, that was a struggle last year for them, was trying to run the football. This year, they're already having a good time with Williams and McCann already. With a combined effort of 38 yards on the ground so far.
Yeah, like you said, that was a big question mark coming into the season. The Vulcans had a staunch, terrific passing attack last year, but unable to get the rushing game going as Mitchell receives the snap, hands it off once again. That time it is Williams. Williams trying to fight forward for some extra yardage, but runs into a wall of Falcons. He's going to be about 2 yards short. It's going to be a third down and short once again.
Yeah, good play.
That'll bring up a third down and 2.
Once again, this running game was way different than last season, where Noah was throwing the ball all constantly. Today, we're talking about a whole different team from last season.
The Vulcans doing a great job of mixing it up here. Third down and 2. 4 receivers out for the Vulcans. McCann in the backfield. Mitchell in the shotgun. Receivers making sure their alignment's right. Mitchell gets the snap, looking to his right and fires, and that one caught once again. That one was Cam Tarrant, and Mitchell potentially lucky on that one, as that one was close, but able to fire that one into Tarrant for the first down.
As we take a look here at the replay of this one, as we see Tarrant takes the pass as he turns upfield, and gets hit out of bounds by 2 Fairmont defenders.
First and 10 from the
Mitchell did a great job of just placing that ball where only Tarrant could get it. Tarrant able to snag that one for the first down. It's going to be first down and 10 on the 49-yard line, so the Vulcans able to get it into Fairmont territory once again. Mitchell in the shotgun. Mitchell gets the pass, or gets the snap, hands it off to Williams. Williams trying to bust it outside, but gets brought down after a gain of a couple. That tackle was made by Jackson.
Yeah, Javon Jackson, and with a shoestring tackle here.
Second down and 9.
And with that, the time is going to wind down to closing quarter number 1 here in Adamson Stadium. The Vulcans find themselves up 7-0. Don't go anywhere as we'll be right back here on CUTV, CUTV Sports 1, and the PSAC Network.
Another season of volleyball action is here, and CUTV has you covered. From the season-opening Vulcan Invitational to an entire slate of PSAC West action, you won't miss one exciting dig, pass, or kill. All games will be live on PSAC Network, as well as CUTV Sports 1 on YouTube. For all things Vulcan athletics, check out CalVulcans.com for schedules, stats, and more. With CalVulcans.com and CUTV, you'll have the best seat in the house.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Adamson Stadium for quarter number 2 between the California Vulcans and the Fairmont State Fighting Falcons. California come out of quarter number 1 with a 7-0 lead, and they're driving to add even more.
Yeah, and pretty balanced attack here from the Vulcans to start. Or I'd say about 50-50 here on pass and run plays for the Vulcans to start off. And starting off in Fairmont territory in the new quarter, great positioning for the Vulcans to start here.
I think one thing I want to mention that I took away from quarter number 1 is just the Vulcans doing a terrific job on defense. And as we're going to get back here into quarter number 2. It's going to be second down and 9. It's going to be on the 48-yard line of Fairmont. Mitchell in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. It's going to be Williams in the backfield to his left. Mitchell gets the snap, looking to his left, firing just a little bloop, and that one's going to end up going out of bounds for the intended target, Cam Tarrant. It's going to be a third down and long for the Vulcans.
We've seen that play happen numerous times as one of the Fairmont players lost his helmet here. That's going to be Benjamin and White, one of the D linemen for the Falcon, and has lost his helmet, so he's going to have to come out for a play.
I didn't even see what happened. I just looked in the backfield. I just saw a giant afro and then a helmet on the ground. So,
for a moment, I thought Peyton was back here.
No, we miss you, buddy. All the way up at IUP now, but hopefully we'll see him again soon, as it's gonna be third down and 9. Mitchell receives the snap, looking to his right and firing once again. He has Jackson wide open. Jaquade Jackson makes his way into the end zone for another touchdown. Jackson absolutely smoked his defender, and the Vulcans up big.
Yeah, Jackson beat Jackson on that one, as Javon Jackson was the defender on the play. Hey, as we look at the replay here, just got some separation and was wide open and just took it right down home field. Turn on the Afterburners. They're 71 for Mitchell now, as the Vulcans make it at 13-0.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Noah Mitchell is pushing for 100 going into the end of this season.
It'd be good to see, but it's going to be rough to get there.
Absolutely, but off to a good start here. California with the extra point attempt by Becco is good. So Vulcans up 2 scores, 14-0 over Fairmont State. Don't go anywhere as we right back here on CUTV, CUTV Sports 1 and the PSAC Network.
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
you're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Adamson Stadium as California able to find another touchdown. Noah Mitchell to Jaquade Jackson. Second verse, same as the first. Both touchdowns from Mitchell to Jackson, and Vulcans find themselves up 2 scores, 14-0.
Yeah, this one and just found on Jackson in stride, right over the shoulder into the basket for the touchdown, as Jackson turned on the Afterburners and just scorched the defender on that one.
And we have the last stats here. Jackson already 6 receptions for 86 yards and 2 touchdowns. Already a very productive day from the Vulcans offense, as the kick from Becca is going to get us underway back there to receive for Fairmont. And the Fairmont able to bust that one up to the second level, but it's going to be brought down at the 34-yard line. Back there to receive was Crosby, and Crosby did a great job of showing off his speed, but Vulcans able to get him down.
And let's take a look at the replay here, as that one, when we see Crosby got a lane and broke a couple away from a couple tackles, and just got upfield, giving Fairmont decent field position to start here from about their own 35-yard line.
Yeah, I think this is the best field position they've had all day so far. And make sure you follow us on Twitter and all social media platforms so you don't ever miss anything California Vulcans and Vulcan Sports. And as we get back into this one, it's going to be first down and 10 from the 35-yard line. Floria back to pass, quick pass over the right side. That one caught again, that one by Cloud. It's going to be brought down just short of the first down marker. It's going to be a gain of about 8.
And a good job by the secondary as Kevon Mormon gets in there on the tackle. The captain and one of his running mates out there made the stop from keeping him from a first down.
It's going to be Floria's second completed pass of the game, both to Cloud. Fairmont second down and 2 from their own 43. Running back in motion moves from the left to the right. Floria gets the snap, looking looking, but a ton of pressure, able to step in the pocket. And it's going to be a wide open and a terrific timing catch made by Joe Sean Lewis. But with that, looks like there's going to be a flag call, or there's going to be a flag in the backfield, waiting to see what the call was. But I want to see a terrific job by Jackson.
So first off, we got an injured Vulcan coming off the field. I'm waiting to get a number on that one. And
it's going to be Israel, number 8, Israel Xavier, with the coming off injured. Looks like he is able to walk off on his own, but it's going to be a penalty against Fairmont's going to nullify that huge play that they just had, and it's going to back them up even further.
Beautiful catch on that one, and by Fairmont on as he dove for that one, but at the tackle for Fairmont had a handful of jersey on that one.
So instead of first down and off a big play, it's going to be 2nd down and 12. Floria gets the snap. It's going to be a handoff right up the middle. And that one, the handoff to I think that one was Thatcher, and was able to get up there for a couple of yards. It's going to be 3rd down and about 5, but able to get pick up 7 on the play.
That's been the biggest run of the game so far for Fairmont on as the Vulcans have had an answer for everything. Noah Dillo on the tackle and keeping the Falcons at bay here.
The Vulcans looking to get off the field once again, 3rd down and 5. Floria gets the snap, looking now to his right-hand side, but there's a ton of Vulcans in the backfield, and he's going to get brought down. It's going to be a group of Vulcans getting the sack on that one. And California nearly gave up a big play, but they were able to get out of it on this one. It's going to be a 4th down.
And go figure, or your usual suspects, Josh Miller and Noah Dillo in on the sack as we look here. Here as they bull rush that offensive line and knocking them back about another 5 yards from where they were, or past the original line of scrimmage. And this will be the 3rd punt of the game for Fairmont now.
Back to punt will be Sergey Bouchette. Back to receive for the Vulcans will be Noah Hamlin. Bouchette's punt. This one, a decent one's going to end up bouncing. Looks like the Vulcans are going to let that one go. And the Fairmont is going to take that ball is going to take a little bit of bounce to end up getting recovered at the 30-yard line. So the Vulcans will take over possession at their own 30.
Yeah, and here we go again as the Vulcans once again and getting in good field position. And also, folks, don't forget to tune into the podcast here from the Media Suite. CUTV in front, and as we have from CUTV, the Cal Times, and WCAL, everything going on Vulcan in athletics, talk shows, and more. Or make sure you tune into the podcast. Don't miss a moment.
Vulcans going back out once again, looking to extend their lead even further. 12:06 left to play here in the first half. Mitchell receives the snap, fakes the pass. Mitchell going deep, trying to find Jackson again, and Jackson unable to bring it in. Great coverage. That time, I believe, was number 7, Kerry Umoja, able to break that one up.
Yeah, Kerry Umoja on that one. And just breaking up the play. A beautiful ball by Mitchell. He had all day to throw that one, and coming out of the wishbone pistol formation, and just left it fly off the hands of Umoja and just off the fingertips of Jackson. If he brings that one in, I say that's the highlight of the game.
Yeah, the Vulcans offensive line doing a terrific job so far, keeping Mitchell protected. Mitchell in the shotgun once again, receives the snap and hands it off. Runner out, going up the left-hand side and able to break a couple tackles. That one was Malik McGriff, able to pick up about 4 or 5 on the play, so able to make this third and manageable.
Yeah, get ready to hear that name a lot. The transfer senior here from Clarion, and as we see him for the first time today, a good play by McGriff as he bounces to the outside, turns upfield, almost fell, but managed to keep his balance and got a couple more yards.
The Vulcans running back room looking dangerous so far with McCann and Williams, and now McGriff. It's going to be 3rd down and 6 from the 34-yard line. Receiver in motion. Tarrant going back out to the right-hand side. Mitchell sees the snap, looking to his right, and is going to find Tarrant. Tarrant just bobbles it, unable to keep that one under control. It's going to go incomplete, so the Vulcans going to go out there and punt for the first time.
Yeah, this will be the first time we've seen the punter for the Vulcans. That'll be the freshman and Clayton Rosensteel, or the freshman from Denora, the Ringo old product.
That's two plays in a row now. The first one in the end zone earlier on from McConaughey, unable to pull that one in from Mitchell, and that time the catch by Tarrant, just unable to keep his hands around it. Like you said, it's going to be Rosensteel to punt. Rosensteel actually gets a beautiful one. That one's going to get fair caught and nearly dropped on the catch, but Fairmont are going to take over on their own 31-yard line after a decent punt by Rosensteel.
Yeah, Javon Jackson and had to come up on that one like a center fielder with a fair catch, and nearly he botched the punt there, but luckily he was able to recover. And once again, and this defense of Fairmont, or this defense of IU coming out here. Wouldn't you know, Noah Dillo and Josh Miller leading the team in tackles already. In this game.
It'll be first down and 10 from the 32-yard line. 11:05 left to play here in the first half. California up 14-0 over Fairmont. Floria receives the snap and is going to hand off. The rush straight up the middle is going to run into, you guessed it, a couple of Vulcans players as they were able to break the blocking from the offensive line. And it's going to be a gain of about maybe not even anything. The running back able to just get back to the line of scrimmage.
Toby and Dillo on the stop.
Yeah, Matt Toby and Noah Dillo, two returning faces here for the Vulcans, getting a couple stops.
Second down and 10 now. Three receivers to Floria's left. Looking to get make up some yardage here. Floria gets the snap. He's going to hand it off once again, but blown up in the backfield. Who else but Matt Toby, able to just blow up the play, read it perfectly. It's going to be a loss of about 5 or 6. If we can take a look at the replay.
Take a look at the replay here. As you see, Toby, he's sneaking up on the play, right time on the snap, jumps it in and makes a big play in the backfield. As you heard Mr. Toby excited about that one.
Yeah, Toby just absolutely terrific for this Vulcan defense. Like you said, Toby and Dillo, two absolutely phenomenal players returning for this Vulcan defense. Going to be third down and 15 from Fairmont's 32-yard line.
Yeah, Dillo and Toby now all tied for the lead in tackles of the game so far, both with 3 now.
It's going to be a flag thrown, I believe. Not quite sure, but we can get the word from the referee here. Actually, it's going to be a timeout because I believe the play clock was running out. It's going to be the first timeout of the game for Fairmont State. So both teams already burned one timeout so far here in the first half.
Yeah, that's going to be the first one timeout of the game. As we take a look back here at some of the highlights of the game so far. First, one of the first runs of the game. As we see McCann on this one, breaking free, getting across us midfield. And then the one for the record as Noah Mitchell on the quick little pop pass to Jaquay Jackson, and to get the scoring started for the Vulcans. And then here is the next one. And the next drive for the Vulcans as we find Jackson in stride down the sideline and turns on the afterburners and rockets into the end zone as we get ready to come back from this timeout.
I mean, I'm no expert. I think they both might be pretty good. I don't know.
I'm with you on that one. I'm not 100% sure which one was the better play.
Yeah, I think both of the players are very good. I think both those players are very good as well. Third down and 16 for Fairmont State. Floria receives the snap, firing to his right. That one incomplete. In coverage was Matt Toby once again, all over the field. Was able to prevent the catch on that one. It's going to be a fourth down once again for Fairmont.
And the problem with this one is you're deep in your own territory. You can get a good field position to the Vulcans, and it's depending on how this punt goes for the Falcons.
Yeah, back to punt once again. I think the name we've heard the most so far from Fairmont State is going to be Sergey Bouchette. It's going to come back to punt once again. Back to receive for the Vulcans will be Noah Hamlin. 9:26 left here to play in the second quarter. California up by 2 touchdowns. Bouchette, his punt deep, but Hamlin able to catch, or fumbles isn't able to come up with the punt catch, and it's going to be a turnover. Fairmont State comes up with a big one.
Carter Jamaica on the recovery there. Or as we look at the replay, I don't know what happened here. I thought Hamlin had this one, and as that one skyrocketed on it, but just couldn't bring it into the basket. You got to look at all the way in on that. That'll be the first turnover of the game, and you're giving Fairmont real good field position now. This would be the first time they're on the opposite side of the 50.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I guess you can maybe chalk that up to the first game jitters. Hamlin just unable to bring that one in. The junior from Clarendon, not used to big situations, but that time just unable to bring in that punt. It's going to be first down and 10 from the Vulcans 31. And it's going to be Matt Toby in the background with another sack.
And Floria had no chance on that one, and as Toby, he gets it again. And watch the replay here, timing it up and just bull rush. The offensive line had no time for Floria. Wrapped him up, brought him down by the shoestrings, literally, for the sack, and drops him back about a good 10 and almost 15 yards.
Yeah, I don't even think anyone blocked Toby on that one, and that just seems absolutely ridiculous to leave Matt Toby with a straight shot to the quarterback, because you can see what we can do there. That one's going to go down for a loss of 13. Second and 23 from the 43-yard line. Floria sees a snap back to pass, looking, firing deep to his left-hand side, has a receiver, but that one, great coverage, but there's going to be a flag called. The intended throw was for TJ Freeman. That one, I think, is going to be a foul on Tyree Smith, but Smith thought he there's going to be
Micah Tillman. And the returning secondary guy for the Vulcans, and they're going to call all pass interference on that one. Let's look at the replay here, Sape, as we watch that one. And as you can hear, the referee, all the Vulcan faithful not too happy about that one. And that one's kind of late to me, as you see that one. And it looked like he got the ball before he made any contact with the receiver of Fairmont. But regardless, it's going to be first and 10 now inside the 30 for Fairmont.
Fairmont pretty much back to where they were initially to start the drive. Hopefully we can see another Matt Toby sacked to bring us all the way back. But first down and 10 on the 28-yard line. Floria in the backfield, runner in motion to the left. Floria hands it off, but the Vulcans are going to be able to stop it in the backfield. It's going to be a flag thrown. That time, a couple of Vulcans players able to bust through, and like you said, you can see the players on the field calling it right away. It's going to be another holding call.
And that one.
Flag on the play.
That one got blown up right off the play, but let's see what the
flag on that play is going to be on number 69, Eli Berge. It's going to get called for the holding call. And you could see right away, I think number 54 for the Vulcans, Derek Corboy, able to just bust up the play immediately, able to get in the backfield. And you can see, we saw even from here, he just threw his arms up in the air, and as soon as he did that, you saw the flag get thrown.
And it wasn't just him calling for it, as we also saw excuse me, Gage Hill throwing up his hands, getting called. So there was a couple of jerseys yanked on that one, but only one got caught.
It's going to be first down and 20 now for Fairmont on the 38-yard line of the Vulcans. Floria back to pass, looking to his right, but under a bit of pressure, rolling out to his right. Floria is going to get pushed out of bounds after a gain of maybe 1 or 2, but the Vulcans pressure able to get there once again.
Well, he got knocked out of bounds by Noah Dillo once again. Watch the replay here. A swarm of Vulcans coming after him again, and as you see, the usual suspects, Miller back there, Corboy, he got in there, and then Dillo on the far side, just knock it and Floria out of bounds. And this has to be frustrating for Fairmont.
Yeah, even when they get good field position, the Vulcans not making it easy for them, as they keep pushing them further and further back from a drive that started pretty much on the 30-yard line, now backed up nearly almost to midfield. It's going to be 5 wide now for Fairmont with 7:14 left to play here in the second quarter. Floria gets the snap, looking and firing to his right. Nice diving catch made on the right-hand side. That one was caught by Joe Sean Lewis, who made that terrific catch earlier on but that was called back on the initial flag earlier. I'm not sure if it was, I think it was the last possession, but Joshawn Lewis able to get a catch here in this game for Fairmont.
Third down and about 17.
So still a long way to go for Fairmont here.
And I'm not entirely confident in the kicking team of Fairmont. Watching them warm up a little bit before the game. Not entirely accurate, especially from this far out, but it's going to be third down and 17 from the 36-yard line. 6:25 left to play here in the first half. California up 2 scores, 14-0. Floria gets the snap, looking deep down the right-hand side. That one is going to go well out of play. Terrific coverage by Noah Hamlin, making it up for that scuffed punt return earlier, and able to force that one out of play. It's going to be fourth down. We'll see what the Fighting Falcons look to do here.
I was going to say a double check that wrong team. I mean, it's a Fighting Bird, yes, but the wrong team on that one.
There's too many bird logo schools, you know.
Especially with who we play against.
That's what I'm saying. There's too many birds.
Fairmont, Clarion, IUP.
And it looks like they're going to send out the punting unit as Bouchette going to come back out and punt and try to pin them down deep inside, pin the Vulcans deep inside their own territory.
And if you're Cal U, you're going to want to watch the ball. Don't jump offside and give them better field position to try to go for the field goal then.
Snap is made. Bouchette with a little split punt, but I don't think he got the foot on it as he wanted, but did get a decent roll. That one's going to go out at about maybe the 14 or 15-yard line, but Bouchette just trying to go for the little side foot. It looks like there's a little extracurriculars after the play, as Corboy having a word with some of the Fairmont State bench, but able to get out after that one, so the Vulcans will take over.
Yeah, Corboy having some words for the defense of Fairmont. Now I'll take a look at the preseason polls here once again. And for the upcoming season, Cal, you picked third once again and finish this season, but we'll see how that goes. As Cal U surprised a lot of people, picked to finish fifth last year and ended up tied for first.
Mitchell gets the snap now, looking past to his left, completed to Jackson. Jackson able to get a little bit of room and able to pick up a few yards that time on the screen, maybe pick up about 4, so Vulcans able to get themselves a little bit more breathing room after finding themselves a little bit deeper in their own end.
I'm getting yelled at here, so I'm going to give a quick shout out to the family listening back and giving aid, and also to my sister who's tuned in down at Fairmont, who has not texted me all day until just this point because of the game today.
Nothing but a sibling rivalry, as the RPO and the catch and the completion is made. That one caught by Ian Edenfield. And looks like the Vulcans are going to be able to move the sticks. And Mitchell did a great job of pulling that one out from McCann and able to complete it to Edenfield.
Yeah, Edenfield, old second in the team on reception so far. Or that'll be his second end of the day for 17 yards altogether, averaging about 8.5.
McCann with the handoff, run up the middle. It's going to pick up about 5.
4, second down and 6.
4 or 5 is going to be a second down and 6 from about the 30-yard line of the California Vulcans. 4:55 left to play here in the first half. California still up 2 scores, 14-0. Looking to extend that lead even further. 3 receivers set for the Vulcans. Mitchell in the shotgun, McCann in the backfield with him. Mitchell gets the snap, hands it off to McCann. Once again, McCann working his way up the right-hand side, breaks a couple of tackles before being brought down at about the 33-yard line for a gain of about 2 or 3. So it's going to be third down and 4.
E.T. Bushra on the tackle there for Fairmont, and just getting wrapped up on McCann.
McCann did a great job of breaking a couple tackles before being brought down, and this running game by the Vulcans has been terrific so far. as we have about 53 yards on 14 attempts. So great numbers from this Vulcan offense as Jackson moving in motion on the left. Mitchell gets the snap, bobbles it, is able to get it under control, is able to find Jackson wide open. Jackson making a couple of defenders miss before getting himself over the 40-yard line, but it looks like the ball came out loose. And it looks like they're going to call, the referee on the far side is going to call him down. Nearly another turnover from the Vulcans.
That's good for another ball game.
Yeah, that's twice now. We've seen that as we look at the replay here. We watch Jackson turn back inside the field. Old makes a couple guys miss, and then as you see the contact from when he hits the field, Old forced the ball out. So they're good call on the referee for getting that one right.
Yeah, Jackson nearly letting that one slip, and the Vulcans nearly giving the ball back to Fairmont again. But Jackson able to get that catch, able to get another first down, 1 yard short of 100 yards already here in the first half. Mitchell gets the snap, hands it off to McCann. McCann working his way up the left-hand side, bounces it to the outside with a big gain. Gets pushed all the way out into Fairmont territory. McCann, impressive showing so far.
Yeah, McCann and leading the team in rushing so far, with another 9 yards on that one, and leading the team with 49 yards rushing, and averaging about almost 5 yards per carries.
McCann receives the handoff once again, and that time able to pick up the first down, and more brought down just shy of the 40-yard line. So the Vulcans find themselves in Fairmont territory once again after going with the quick huddle. 3 minutes and 5 seconds left to play.
Yeah, not sure what the call is. It came from the far sideline.
I think they're waving that flag off. I just saw the referee just shaking it. And with that,
so it was almost an illegal substitution on Fairmont for that one, but I guess they got not everybody in on time.
And the backfield now for the Vulcans is going to be McGriff. McGriff's going to find himself to Mitchell's right. Mitchell receives the snap, looking and firing deep to his right, and the catch is going to be made for the touchdown. Is able to find Eric Willis III deep down the right-hand side. The Vulcans with another terrific touchdown, very similar to Jackson's, the last touchdown before.
Yeah, this one, and talk about on a coffin drop as he drops. We watch here on the replay. Hey, watch this one as Mitchell drops it right into the basket of Willis, right there at the goal line. I mean, a little bit of contact there between him and the defender, but brings it in for the touchdown on 21-0.
Yeah,
excuse me, 20-0. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Just a terrific start from the ball. That was just an absolutely phenomenal pass by Mitchell. The kick is up, and the kick is good from Betco. So 21-0, 2:48 left to play here in Adamson Stadium. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on CUTV Sports 1 and the PSAC Network.
If I could be you, and you could be me for just 1 hour. If we could find a way to get inside each other's minds. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Well, before you abuse, criticize, and accuse. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Adamson Stadium. 2:48 left here to play in the first half. California find themselves up by 3 scores, 21-0. Terrific offense and terrific defense so far from the Vulcans.
Yeah, great pass there from Mitchell on that last touchdown.
It's going to be kickoff to Fairmont State, back to receive. It's going to be running up the right-hand side, trying to find a bit of a gap, but going to get brought down. I think the play was made by Matt Toby.
Toby doing it all today on the tackles. We take a look at the replay here, John. As we watch, Mitchell drops back and just letting it fly on that one. And finding Wills a third right there at the goal line for the touchdown.
Fairmont State going to take over a possession on their own 24-yard line, 1st and 10. Looking to just even get themselves on the board here in the first half. Don't want to go into halftime with a blank.
But you know that defense doesn't want to give up a score here because it'll change the momentum in that locker room for sure.
Exactly. First play handoff right up the middle. It's going to get brought down in the backfield, I believe, the handoff to Tyreek, and it's going to be a loss of about 2.
Toby on the stop.
And Matt Toby once again and blowing up the offense as he's been untouched for most of this game.
Second down and 11.
And just getting to the backfield, being one of the first guys back there every time.
And it's going to be second down and 11 from the 23-yard line. Looks like Fairmont fairly comfortable with just kind of letting this clock tick and go out and just run out in the first half. It's going to be Floria in the shotgun, 4 receivers set for Fairmont. Toby trying to get this, try to get in, but it's going to be a handoff. It's going to get brought down by a couple of Vulcans players. The handoff that time was to Myrie. He's going to get brought down after getting about a yard.
And go figure, the one time they blocked down on the Matt Toby, they left Noah Dilla and Josh Miller are open to go into the backfield and to stop the play of that one. And we're going to get a Cal-U timeout on the play here.
And California calling the timeout as it seems like just Fairmont just trying to run things down just to get us out of the first half of California, looking to potentially maybe get another possession and get another score before halftime.
And make sure, folks, you stay up to date with everything here at CUTV. You follow us on Twitter. So we get a time. So we get a time fix here from the official. Also, it'd be pushed back to 1:51 on the clock. But as I was saying, make sure you follow us on Twitter at CUTV, and don't forget to follow the Cal Vulcans athletic site at Cal Vulcan, and to stay up to date with all scores, rosters, highlights, and more. Or we give a shout out to our friend Matt Kiefer over at Sports Info. And we all appreciate everything you do over there.
Yeah, Matt makes our lives a heck of a lot easier, and we appreciate everything he does for us. It's going to Fairmont still with the ball, third down and 11, 1:51 left to play here in the first half. It's going to be 4 receivers out once again for Fairmont, 3 to the right. Floria sees the snap, back to pass, looking, stepping over to his right, fires it deep down the field, and that one is going to get caught inside of Vulcan territory. I believe it's going to be caught by Kobe Harris deep down the field. It's going to be a big chunk play here for Fairmont.
Yeah, Harris listed as a running back here, but went out as a wide receiver. Look at this on the simple wheel route down the field. Makes the catch in one-on-one and coverage for a big chunk of yardage.
Floria now back to pass, looking, firing again. That one is going to get well out of the reach of the intended receiver, but hold on, there's going to be a flag call. I believe that one is going to go against California, as it looks like, I believe Jacob Siegel for the Vulcans just kind of tugged back.
Looks like it's going to go against
Defense number 28, 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, you were right on that one. As Siegel got caught with his hand in the cookie jar with that on that play.
Yeah, he was just beat and did that kind of a heads-up play there, just pulling him back, and preventing nearly a touchdown, because I believe it was Joshawn Lewis who was in behind, and if Lewis is able to make that catch, it is going to be a touchdown. So Fairmont first down and 10 on the 20-yard line. Floria back to pass, firing towards the end zone. That one intended for Harris once again, but that one's going to go out of play.
Yeah, Hamlin looking for the pick on that one, and just over his hands there.
With that 1:25 left to play here in the first half, California up 21-0. And looking to hold Fairmont State to as little points as possible. This is the furthest Fairmont State has made it into Vulcan territory every single time they've made it down here this far. They just keep getting set back further and further, but looking to at least add some points before the half ends. Floria with this receives the snap, looking, firing, and that one into double coverage is going to go out of play, intended for Lewis.
Yeah, Dominic Solomon Jr. looking for the interception on that one, and as he got the tip on that one.
It's third down.
Yeah, Floria just trying to split the two defenders, but that one just overthrown. So it's going to be 3rd down and 10. We hear the Vulcans fans in the student section here to our right just trying to get the hype up once again. I believe that we will win chants ringing out once again, and I think this time it's a little bit more
appropriate.
Yeah.
And I agree with you on that one.
And you can't rule anything out. 1:21 left to play. Fairmont State driving 3rd down and 10 from the Vulcans 20. Floria is going to hand it off, and the run up the right-hand side is going to get the first down. That one to Trice. And Trice able to pick up a good chunk of yards. That one about 12 or 13 on play. It's going to get Fairmont inside the 10-yard line.
Kevon Mormon on the tackle there. I thought the Vulcans had him in the backfield. But this this semi-hurry-up offense for Fairmont, it's been a factor here in the last minute and a half.
Tries with the biggest run of the game so far for Fairmont, able to pick up, I think about 12 or 13 is going to be 1st down and goal from the 8-yard line. It's going to be 3 receivers out here for Fairmont. Trice in the backfield for them once again. Floria gets the pass, or gets the snap, hands it off to Trice. Trice working his way up the middle is going to dive forward and get brought down at the 2-yard line. And with 1 minute and running here on the clock, Fairmont still with 2 timeouts, still with plenty of time remaining, and still very comfortable trying to get a score before the half.
And Fairmont been very efficient moving the ball here in the last couple of minutes. But you got to hurry up with only 45 on the clock.
And 45 in running. Fairmont 2nd down and goal from the 2. Floria gets the snap, hands it off to Trice once again, and Trice able to squeeze his way in for the touchdown. The touchdown signal is called, but there's going to be a couple flags thrown after the play. A few extracurriculars after. We saw a little bit earlier a couple of the players from both teams just jawing back and forth with each other, and that time it led into a little bit more.
And this one could come back to bite Fairmont. We'll see what the call is.
But Fairmont did a great job, able to find the score. That one, a 2-yard run by Trice, able to get themselves on the board just before half. As we see the referees coming together to have a little talk to just try to get this call correctly. It looks like.
And Derek Corboy coming off the field, not too happy about that one.
Looks like they're going over to talk with the coach of Fairmont State. Just trying to let him know what is going on. So to me, that seems like it's going to be against California potentially, and potentially on Corboy, as like you said, he came off the field storming, and as we're about to get the call here.
After the score, unnecessary roughness on the defense, number 54. The 15-yard penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
And with that, it is going to be on. It is going to be a penalty on Derek Corboy, unnecessary roughness after the play. So there's going to be a 15-yard penalty enforced on the kickoff.
As we look at the replay on the score there.
Ahmed Ali to attempt the extra point.
Now to kick the extra point for Fairmont will be Ali Ahmed. Ahmed's kick is up and hits off the side of the post, and it's going to go out of play. So no good is the kick. Your score 21-6, 31 and a half seconds left to play here in the first half. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on CUTV, CUTV Sports 1, and the PSAC Network.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. So if you want to talk to your kids, you have to get it trending.
No, you're doing it wrong.
Let's go.
Can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Adamson Stadium for the remainder of the first half between California and Fairmont. Fairmont able to get themselves on the board with a 2-yard rush by Trice, but the extra point attempt no good by Ali Ahmed. So the Vulcans find themselves up by 15, 21-6.
Yeah, and after the play, we had a little bit of extracurriculars on that one. But you knew tensions were going to be high in this one. It's an old rivalry. He's starting to get built back up here between Cal and Fairmont.
Yeah, in the first game of the season, both teams amped up, super excited, and like I said, just kind of let them those emotions getting the better of the two teams as it's going to the kickoff being taken from the 50. It's going to get fair caught in the end zone. It's going to get brought out to the 25-yard line.
And I expect after we watch the replay here on that the last drive, what set up that scoring touchdown was that burst to the outside and getting in first and goal for Fairmont. Then right here we go is the touchdown drive on play. So we see the little hand up the middle for 2 yards. But I expect here, John, and for the Vulcans to come out here, take a knee, and go to the locker room with the 21-6 lead.
Yeah, this Vulcan team so far just seems kind of complete. Terrific offense and terrific defense, and like you said, Mitchell coming out to take the knee. Looks like with that, the time will wind down in both teams. Looking to head to the sidelines, but not without a little bit of words to each other as they're making their way off the field.
Yeah, it looks like the Vulcans are going to head into the locker room. I don't know why Fairmont's still on the field here.
Yeah, it looks like a couple of players for the Vulcans jawing a little bit with the Fairmont defense as they make their way off the field. And that will be the end of the first half here in Adamson Stadium. Your Vulcans lead 21-6 over Fairmont State. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back here for the second half. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on CUTV, CUTV Sports 1, and the PSAC Network.
Worried about your friend, but don't know how to reach out?
You can say how are you or get a fake tattoo. You can ask with an app if it works for you. You can chat with them in VR. It's all good if you think you should check in. Yeah, you should.
A friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Oh. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Adamson Stadium for the second half between the California Vulcans and the Fairmont State Fighting Falcons. Johnny, we can take a look at some of the first half highlights.
Yeah, let's take a look at some of these highlights here. Here's as it was a very a lot of highlights to talk about out here. Starting off early on in the game. Let's talk about we were talking about the run game a lot today. So here's why. Starting off with Eric McCann, the third breaking and open in field for the longest run of the game so far, a 16-yard burst to get things started. And we go to the first score of the game, which is also the record breaker for Noah Mitchell on the quick little pop pass. That made it 7-0 in Cal U to get the scoring started here. Then a couple plays later, the Vulcans get the ball back, and he finds Jaquay Jackson again in stride down on the sideline and in for the score. That made it 14-0. And then the Vulcans got it back for a third time and made sure they capitalized on that one. And this time, the third one went to not Jaquay Jackson this time, but this one went to Eric Wills the third. Or don't get it mixed up on that one, folks. And then we had Fairmont looking to get on the board right before halftime as they bounced to the outside, got a running game going. And as they got them in first and goal, and then shortly after, a couple plays later, Fairmont would get on the board on a quick little dive play up the middle or from 3 yards out. The score, the extra point would be go off the upright and would make it 21-6 in favor of the Vulcans. Some of the halftime stats, as we look, some of these are astounding right now. The difference in rushing yards is one of them. Cal U, 17 attempts for 71 yards in the first half. Fairmont, 14 attempts, only managing to get 2 yards out of that one. Cal U also had 11 first downs to Fairmont's 4 passing attempts. 10 attempts for those completed for Fairmont. Cal U went for 18 of those. It was completing 13 with 163 passing yards from Noah Mitchell to start the game. And that Cal U will get the ball to start the half here.
And I think the biggest stat that we didn't even talk about was the third down conversions. California 8 of 9 on the day so far, just absolutely lights out on third down.
That is almost NFL-like. Even in the NFL, you don't see stuff like that.
And then Fairmont 2 for 7. So that just, I think both of those third down plays, conversions coming on that final drive as kickoff is underway. A bit of a squib kick, but picked up by Hamlin. Hamlin, while juking and making his way past and not able to reach the 20. He's being brought down just shy. But the Vulcans offense will go out there once again. Noah Mitchell, like you said earlier, is able to find touchdown not only number 70, but 71 and 72. And looks to potentially add even further. And I know we talked about it a little bit earlier. Noah Mitchell, owner of 2 passing records for the Vulcans, and very soon we'll be taking a third one.
Yeah, about 353 yards away from, I think we said, from the all-time passing record or passing yard record here in school history. But we'll have to talk about that later.
Mitchell gets the snap, fakes the handoff, rolling to his right, trying to find a receiver, and he does. That time caught by Eric Willis, the receiver of that third touchdown, and gets knocked out of bounds after about a gain of 7. So a good chunk play on the very first play of the second half for the Vulcans.
Yeah.
Correction, pass is incomplete.
No, they're going to call it incomplete. They're saying his foot was out of bounds on that one.
Yeah,
so 1 foot out of bounds and 1 in, but you got to make sure both were in on that one. So it's going to be incomplete. So 2nd and 10.
Yeah, from here it looked like it was a completed pass, but the referees on the field have a better view than we do. So incomplete pass intended for Willis. The handoff is to McCann. McCann working his way up the right-hand side to get brought down after about a gain of 4 or 5. So it's going to be a third down and medium for the Vulcans as they look to extend this drive even further.
And we've seen the Vulcans work very well here. Only sending the punt team out there 1 time so far. And Mitchell looking for a couple more yards here.
Third down and 5 from the 20. 3 receivers out here for the Vulcans. And to your close side, you have the X Factor, Jaquay Jackson, as well as Cam Tarrant.
And let's not forget about Ian Edenfield, and Harris, Harris the third on out there as well.
Mitchell gets the snap, looking to his right, and the pass is completed. And the first down is going to be made. That time the catch was made by Edenfield, like you just mentioned, and Edenfield able to bumble his way forward and get the Vulcans offense moving again.
And that's one of the guys we've been talking about. Has been a big factor here. The 6'5" senior from Laurel Highlands again.
Yeah, we've seen him a couple times so far. I think that would be his third reception of the game for Edenfield. So Noah Mitchell is spreading the ball out a little bit. 4 different receivers have caught a pass from him so far. And like you said, inching ever closer to that mark. It's going to be a motion, and it's going to be hand up to Willis. Willis trying to work his way back to the line of scrimmage after a couple of Fairmont players able to reach him in the backfield, but did a great job able to dive forward and get about 1.
Curry and Fordham on the stop.
Curry and 4 on the defenders getting there. And 4 Fairmont making the stop. But you have to think here, Cal U's, regardless of where they've been on the field, have been able to make a play here.
Mitchell in the shotgun. Steps out and reset, but we've seen that a couple times so far from the Vulcans, sending receivers in motion. Earlier it was Jackson, that time Willis, looking to just get the defenders moving. 2 receivers to Mitchell's right. Mitchell gets the snap, looking and firing to his left, but looks like Edenfield got a little bit bumped on his route out, and that one's going to go out incomplete, so it's going to be a 3rd and long for the Vulcans.
Yeah, Mitchell was looking to try to hit Ian Edenfield coming across the middle there on the near side. Just got bumped out of bounds there, or got bumped on the route, lost his footing. If he stays upright, he probably turns up field and gets the first down.
Yeah, incomplete pass there from Mitchell. Not something we said too much today, but that one intended for Edenfield. And it's going to leave a 3rd down and 9 from the 31-yard line for the Vulcans. 3 receivers out. 1 running back to his right. Mitchell gets the snap, looking. And stepping up into the pocket. He's going to get chased down and sacked. Noah Mitchell. Just the protection wasn't there that time from the Vulcans. It's going to be a first punt of the second half for California.
Yeah, and that's the first time we've seen in this defense of Fairmont get to Noah Mitchell. As we look at the replay there, bull rushed him on that play. They just couldn't find a man to get rid of the ball in time. But Mitchell was trying to scramble. But regardless, 4th down for Fairmont.
Clayton Rosensteel back to punt for the Vulcans, and back to receive for Fairmont will be number 3, Joshawn Lewis. Rosensteel with 1 punt in the first half, and he gets his first punt of the second half. Rosensteel, high booming punt, and a fair catch is going to be called at the 25-yard line. Terrific punt by Rosensteel.
Beautiful on that one. And a work of art on the punt there for Fairmont. And as that'll get pinned back a little bit further than what we expected. Take a look at the upcoming schedule for on the PSAC here as we look at the PSAC West with Clarion and at West Liberty tonight. Gannon hosting Charleston, West Virginia University. Seton Hill traveled out to Wheeling University. And then this weekend we'll have Edinburgh at Franklin Pierce University all the way up in New Hampshire.
First play for Fairmont, handoff right up the middle. That one was taken by Donovan Washington. Able to find his way up the field, pick up about 6. So it's going to be a 2nd down and 4 from the 31.
Yeah, good run there for Fairmont as you looking to make a stop here.
Fairmont doing a great job near the end of the second half, able to pick up some more yardage, especially in the running game. As you said, when we were talking about the stats earlier, the net yards getting hampered by the sacks. They gave up 3 sacks from the Vulcans defense. And that time Washington able to get a little bit more running yards on the stat sheet for Fairmont. 2nd down. Flory back to pass and under a ton of pressure. Gets hit as he's thrown, and that one's going to fall incomplete. I believe it was Matt Toby back there once again.
Yeah, and as we see the Dominic Solomon Jr. looking to get at the interception there. They're just out of his hands.
So 3rd down and 4 on the 31-yard line for Fairmont. The Vulcans pass rush did a great job that time and able to reach Floria. Potentially looking to do it again here. 11:03 left to play here in the third quarter. California up by 15, 21-6 over Fairmont State. 3 receivers to the right for Floria, 1 to the left, and he has Washington in the backfield with him.
Yeah, Washington going to flip sides there, or look for the deep ball.
Floria back to pass, looking deep down the left-hand side. That one is caught in stride in a terrific stiff arm by. That one was by Jeremiah Taylor with the catch. And Taylor with the big gain all the way down into Vulcan's territory. This will get called down at the 19-yard line. So another big play for Fairmont State.
Yeah, Cal, you looking for an answer here, as we look at the replay. He just tripped over his own feet. And getting Fairmont back into play here. So Cal, you just got to come up with an answer for these deep balls.
Yeah, another one that time caught by Jeremiah Taylor down the left-hand side, picks up a huge gain. It's going to be first and 10 on the 20-yard line of the Vulcans for Fairmont State. Floria, empty backfield for him. Floria gets the snap, looking and is able to escape the tackle, but isn't able to escape that one, and the ball comes loose. It's going to get picked up by the Vulcans, but looks like the whistle is going to be blown and called down. I believe it was a couple of players. I think Matt Toby amongst them all.
Yeah, as we look at the replay here, you see Matt Toby and Josh Miller on the play here. They're stepping up, bringing the blitz. Almost had the sack there, but as we see, Floria just got rid of the ball there last second.
Second down and 12.
Floria will get called down for the sack, so it's going to be second down and 12 from the 22-yard line. Vulcan's pass rush proving yet again able to get down the quarterback for the 4th sack of the game. It's going to be Floria in the backfield. Floria receives the snap, hands it off to Washington. Washington, working his way up the field, is able to power forward for a couple. It's going to fall to about the 16-yard line for about a gain of 6.
Washington, the ball carrier.
Yeah, it's going to good defense once again. And as we look at the replay here, as we see Josh Miller and Noah Dillo getting into the backfield, only giving up a couple yards on that one and keeping Fairmont at bay.
Washington did a great job that time of just moving his feet and able to pick up a couple extra yards to get this one even closer. 3rd down 7 from the 17-yard line. California looking to get their defense off the field, prevent Fairmont from getting back into this game. Receiver in motion to the left-hand side. Floria gets the snap, looking and firing deep towards the end zone. That one way too high, intended for Joe Sean Lewis. And if he made that catch, that would have been sensational.
Yeah, send that one to SportsCenter if he pulls that one down. Take a look at the replay here, John. And as Fairmont, we see Floria drop back, looking for the receiver coming across the middle, and then going into a small window. Solomon Jr. and Mormon were back there trying to stop the pass attempt.
Yeah, that time he just looked. That was like almost Odell Beckham level of with the one-handed catch, but that will mean it's going to be 4th down, and out comes the kicking unit for Fairmont State. Ali Ahmed will be back there to kick for them. Missed the extra point earlier. His kick is up, and his kick is good. So Fairmont cut into this deficit even more, 21-9 now with 8:41 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on CUTV, CUTV Sports 1, and the PSAC Network.
Vulcan football is back this fall. September 1st versus Fairmont State. September 10th at Kutztown. September 17th at Shepherd. September 24th versus Edinburgh. October 1st at Clarion. October 8th versus IUP. October 15th at Seton Hill. October 22nd versus Slippery Rock. October 29th at Mercyhurst. November 5th versus Gannon. November 12th versus East Stroudsburg. All games live on CUTV Sports 1 and the PSAC Network.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Adamson Stadium as Fairmont able to cut the deficit even more down by 12 after that field goal made by Ahmed. California up 21-9 and will receive the ball. It's going to be Bouchette back to kick for Fairmont.
And
Bouchette's kick is underway. This time going to get received by Noah Hamlin. Hamlin working his way up the field and did a nice juke move. Was able to burst his way up the field and break a couple of tackles after being brought down at the 34-yard line. Nice juke boots there by Hamlin, able to make his way up the field.
Good return there by Hamlin. We'll talk about this replay here. Look at it's all the way back into his own end zone to take the kick, and finds a lane, breaks a couple tackles, and cuts a lane up the middle. Just had the kicker to beat with a shoestring tackle. And if he breaks that one, he's off to the races on that one. But I also have a couple score updates for you as well, John. On Clarion in a close one with West Liberty right now, 21-14. West Liberty leads that one. On Gannon, 20-6 over Charleston right now. And Wheeling University and Seton Hill are tied at 2-2. So a couple of safeties over in that one.
That's got to be a first. I should just say first play handoff right up the middle. That one taken and bounced to the outside for the Vulcans. Big play run. That one was taken by number 33 McGriff. And this Vulcans rushing offense is proving potent as they were to bounce that one.
Let's take a look at the replay here. Here's McGriff, found a lane, bounce to the inside and bounces outside that.
A quick start as Mitchell hands it off to McGriff. McGriff looking for an opening, but this time gets caught in the backfield.
McGriff again, the ball carrier.
Looks like there's going to a flag called at the line of scrimmage, so we're waiting to see what's going to happen there.
Yeah, everyone's pointing hands on this one, and so judging by everything, and this one's going against Cal U.
Yeah, the referee is having a little bit of discussion, and looks like the Vulcans moving back. It's going to be a holding call on number 57, that time on Fritz Kelly Edmond. It's going to be the first penalty of the game for him. It's going to move the Vulcans back after a great run to start the series from McGriff. It's going to push us back to pretty much about where we started.
And McGriff coming off, we're going to see, or excuse me, we'll see a couple of substitutions for the Vulcans.
Mitchell in the shotgun, McGriff to his left, 3 receivers to his left as well. First and 20 from the 40. Mitchell gets the snap, looking to his left with a little bit of pressure, but it's going to screen pass to McGriff. McGriff able to get a couple blockers ahead of him, and McGriff did a great job just showing off his blistering speed, able to reach the first down marker. So a 20-yard gain on the screen to McGriff.
Yeah, watch this one in here. Mitchell will just a little quick dump off, passes it out as we have a injured Falcon on the play here. But McGriff finding a lane and just taking people with him and running over defenders for 20 yards and then some. So it's going to go down as a 21-yard reception, and officially as he'll get the first down on that one.
And I think it was something that we talked about earlier, and that me and you were talking about earlier in the week, was that last year this rushing offense just wasn't quite there for the Vulcans. But as we've seen so far, not only utilizing them in the rushing game, but also the passing game, and the coaches for the Vulcans have done a terrific job at just trying to make this offense more well-rounded.
Yeah, definitely been in a upgrade from last season, and as you see all the names that they're on the list as John for the running game. I mean, you've had Jackson, you've had McGriff, Mitchell, Willis, McCann.
And all these running backs chipping in for the Vulcans, running back by committee. The way to go. Mitchell in the backfield, hands it off to McGriff once again. McGriff breaks a couple of tackles, working his way to the outside before being brought down just at the line of scrimmage.
McGriff, the ball carrier.
And trying to get some different guys back there. There is definitely a C here. Cal, you're not in a hurry to try to get down on the field this time. Trying to slow down on the pace of Fairmont.
California have the lead here, 21-9, 6:50 left to play here in the third quarter. 3 receivers to the left once again from Mitchell. McGriff still in to his right. Receiver in motion. Going to make his way back. That Jackson Daughtery. Mitchell gets the snap, looking and finding a little bit of pressure. He's going to get thrown down. There's going to be a flag in the backfield, but a couple of players just going at it there.
And I think this one might be going against Fairmont. We'll see here.
There is a flag on the play.
And Mitchell just went flying and ended up hitting the ground. So waiting to hear what the referees are going to say on this one, as it looks like Mitchell is slow to his feet, but is able to get up. He's going to receive some treatment as we receive the word from the referee.
Holding. Offense number 79. It's a 10-yard penalty. Second down.
And that time is going to be a holding call against the Vulcans. That time on number 79, Noel Browse. He's going to get called on that one. And take a look at the replay, just see the holding call. Mitchell just get flung to the ground.
And it looks like he got tangled up there with one of the Fairmont defenders in his own offensive line. And Mitchell with his helmet off at midfield right now, all talking things over with the training staff.
Hopefully everything okay for Mitchell. Looks like he is going to be able to walk off.
Number 15, Wyatt, and here warming up there. Looks like he's gonna run the play while Mitchell gets looked at here real quick. But luckily, Noah Mitchell able to walk off the field under his own power here.
Exactly, Noah Mitchell able to walk off, and then for the Vulcans will be Wyatt Hurt, number 15, back there at quarterback now for the Vulcans. As 6:30 left to play here in the third quarter. California up 21-9. It's gonna be three wideouts to Hurts left. Running back there with him, I believe, is still McGriff. It is Hurt now. Sees the snap, dropping back, looking deep to his right side. Hurt with a terrific throw, and it's caught by Willis on the left-hand side. Touchdown! Another terrific touchdown. That one to Eric Willis, the third again.
This place was quiet, and you can hear it just after that last touchdown. The crowd here at Penn West, California. But look at the replay here. Hurt comes in, first pass attempt of the game, drops back and lets it fly. Finds down the sideline and just let it go, as the Vulcans have now made it 27-9.
Hurt with just a teardrop pass. Beautiful, able to find Eric Willis, the third on the right-hand side, and extend the Vulcans lead. As like you said, the crowd was quiet. Everyone was a little scared and upset about the injury of Mitchell, but the kick is up, and the kick is good from Rico, and that's going to be 6:05 left to play here in the third quarter. California up 28-9. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on CUTV, CUTV Sports 1, and the PSAC Network.
Another season of volleyball action is here, and CUTV has you covered. From the season opening Vulcan Invitational to an entire slate of PSAC West action, you won't miss one exciting dig, pass, or kill. All games will be live on PSAC Network, as well as CUTV Sports 1 on YouTube. For all things Vulcan athletics, check out CalVulcans.com for schedules, stats, and more. With CalVulcans.com and CUTV, you'll have the best seat in the house.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Adamson Stadium for the third quarter between the California Vulcans and the Fairmont State Fighting Falcons. Word able to come in after taking place for the injured Mitchell, and able to find a 50-yard bomb to Eric Willis, the third on the right-hand side, and extend the Vulcans' lead even further. The kickoff is going to be good from Bico, taken back at the 1-yard line, running up the right-hand side. It's going to be broken out to the outside and tackled out of bounds. Big hit, but Nassim Pacheco taking the ball out. It's going to get taken out at the 40-yard line, and the Vulcans. And
it was Anthony Bico, the kicker, on that one. and that's why the sideline's so fired up, the kicker on that one. But let's take a look at here. Wyatt Hurt's first pass of the game to Harris the third, or as he drops a dime in on that one for 50 yards out for the score. Or Fairmont looking to answer back, but right there, one of the highlights, Gary put it in there. There's Bico's hit on the sideline.
Hey, kickers are athletes too, all right? And he showed it there, 1st and 10 from the 43. Floria hands off, and it's going to be run up the middle. A gain of about 7 or 8 that time. I believe it was.
Gain of 7 on the play.
It was Trice.
Second down.
It's going to be second down and 3 for Fairmont.
And right around midfield there, we thought we had an injured Vulcan on, but he's back to his feet.
That rush actually was by Miles Myrie, getting his first rush of the game. And Fairmont find themselves at midfield, second down and 3 from the 50. Looking to push into Vulcan territory. Got Floria. Floria receives the snap, hands it off once again. It's also to Myrie. Myrie fighting for some extra yardage, but it looks like the referees are going to call him down just short of the first down marker.
Yeah, they're going to stop and call all forward progress on that one and say he's stopped about all the 1.5 yards, maybe 2 yards of the sticks. Something I've noticed is they're calling it audibles at the line and trying to keep it away from Noah Dillo and Matt Toby, but it's going to be hard trying to avoid both of them.
Yeah, those two players just absolutely students of the game and just doing a terrific job of just having so much knowledge, and you can't really let them in on what you're doing because they'll blow you up every single time. Third down and 1 from the 48. Close set here from Fairmont. Floria gets the snap, looking to pass quickly. That will pass quickly high, but it is caught, and is going to be caught for the first down. It's going to be Joshawn Lewis able to pull that one in.
Yeah, Lewis is hit as he caught that one.
The reception, that'll be good for a first
and
down.
as that secondary of the Vulcan is right there in the hit his face.
Fairmont able to convert, and like we talked about at the beginning of the half, not doing great in the third down conversion compartment. 2 of 7 on the day in the first half, but able to pick up a few so far in the second half and able to keep this offense rolling as it's going to be first down and 10 from the 45. It's going to be that similar close set once again here for Fairmont. Floria receives the snap, looking and firing to his left. That one is going to end up in the dirt, and it's going to be called incomplete, intended for Pacheco.
And Floria had to get rid of that one quickly, as Toby, he coming screaming off the edge there, or was in his face as he was letting go of the ball. So you got to think that pass was rushed just a bit.
That incompletion. It's going to be second down and 10 from the 45. 3:53 left to play here in the third quarter. California up 28-9. Fairmont looking to drive and close things up even further. Floria with the snap is able to pitch that one out to Myrie. Myrie trying to get his way around the right-hand side, but gets brought down, gets chased down by a couple of Vulcans players, and I think Floria did the right job there, just pitching that one out, because you saw a couple of Vulcans players screaming on the left-hand side trying to get him.
Yeah, Noah Hamlin with the corner blitz, as you see here on the replay, he bring it in the rush there as he gets the tackle, tracking down on the running for Fairmont. And brings up a third and somewhat manageable for Fairmont.
Yeah, third down and 5 from the 40. And if Fairmont want any stake in the rest of this game, they need to convert it here, I believe. It's going to be 2 receivers to Floria's left. Floria with the snap, a ton of pressure coming from the Vulcans, and he's going to get brought down. And who else but Matt Toby back there to bring him down once again. The Vulcans brought the house.
Yeah, they rushed the defense on that one. Look at the replay here as we watch. It's just off camera. As you see, here comes the rush from the Vulcan and defenders. Gage Hill in there, Derek Horrible and Matt Toby with Noah Dillo all in there on the sack. But
after the play, looks like there's going to be a timeout called by Cal, and looks like it's going to be Gage Hill receiving the brunt of the fury from the Vulcans coaching staff, as he had a couple words to say to the Fairmont offense on his way out, and
Coach Dunn get to the sideline, and that's enough of that there. As we look at that replay one more time, just swarmed by Vulcans on that play.
Yeah, the Vulcans brought the house, and they were able to bring that one down. And like you said, Coach Dunn, not exactly thrilled by the extracurriculars from the Vulcans today. We already had one unnecessary roughness penalty after the play, and that time nearly another one, as I believe it was number 99 Gage Hill chirping with the Fairmont State offense on his way off the field, and you can see Coach Dunn giving an earful to the referees out there now.
And so something went on over there that I didn't even see. So I'm sure Coach will probably talk a little bit about that this week on the Coach's Show.
And hopefully we get a little bit more clarification for that as Noah Hamlin back to return the punt, and back to punt once again for Fairmont State will be Sergey Boucher. And with 2:49 and running here in the third quarter, California still up 18, looking to receive the ball once again. Boucher's punt is going to be good. Hamlin going to receive it on the hop. Hamlin working with it down the right-hand side is just able to escape the tackle and bring it out to the 2, trying to create some sort of yardage. And as I can see, you nearly having a heart attack on that one, but is able to prevent the safety and bring it out, I think, to the 2-yard line.
Take a look here at the upcoming schedule for the Vulcans football team. Next week we'll be in Kutztown for a crossover matchup. Then the following week when we go to Shepherd before the conference opener against Edinburgh, followed by a trip to Clarion, and then off back home for the Coal Bowl against IUP, off to Seton Hill, Slippery Rock, and then Mercyhurst.
And back out there for quarterback is QB1 Noah Mitchell, back out there. And it seems kind of unfair to Wyatt Hill after a terrific throw. First play handoff, just trying to get with the Vulcans a little bit of breathing room. Is able to do so. Vulcans able to pick up a couple on the play. It is going to be McCann with the carry, able to bring him about to about the 6-yard line.
Yeah, good run there after being pinned back on the 3-yard line, 2 or 3 yard line, and so they're going to say a gain of 4 and mark it at the 6, so about a 4-yard gain on that one.
Yeah, glad to see Noah Mitchell back out there. Glad to see that injury, nothing too serious for Mitchell, and yeah, something to prove here. And he has proved everything, as he is, like we talked about earlier, was able to break the Vulcans' all-time record in points or in throwing touchdowns. It's back there under center once again. 1:50 left to play. Mitchell with the handoff once again. McCann able to bust it up the left-hand side. He's able to be brought down just past the 10-yard line for a gain of about 4 or 5 once again. And looks like they're going to signal for another first down.
Take a look at the replay here, John, as we see Mitchell on the handoff off the McCann, and with his fullback, Gage Rogue, who leading the charge there before getting tripped up. Gets the Vulcans a first down and some breathing room as they were already pinned up against their own end zone.
Yeah, that kickoff return or that punt return by Hamlin so far has not proven costly for the Vulcans. Like you said, able to get themselves a bit of breathing room. First down and 10 from the 12. Mitchell under center once again. Mitchell gets the snap. He's going to hand off to McCann again. McCann works his way up the field after breaking a couple tackles, able to work his way just shy of the 25-yard line. So another big run from McCann.
Yeah, a couple more words being said there after the play. As the clock ticks under a minute here in the third quarter.
I think you talked about it earlier at the beginning of the game. A pretty old rivalry, but these two teams not unfamiliar from facing each other. The Vulcans able to get the better of them last year, and this time the tempers are starting to flare as we're closing out the end of the third quarter. 33 seconds left to play. It's going to be second down and 4 from the 18. 5 seconds left here on the game clock for the Vulcan. Need to get a play off quick. I believe what that looks like.
I think the Vulcans are going to burn a timeout here.
I'm not quite sure. The referee just blew the whistle. I don't think they reset the game clock for the Vulcans. So it gives California a little bit more time. Mitchell under center. He's going to hand it off once again to McCann. McCann trying to work his way left-hand side. Cuts himself back into the field. Ooh. Nice hit. McCann able to brush a couple of defenders off of him. You see him coming out of the pack, flexing, and as he should, he threw a couple players off of him.
I mean, I would too after having a hit stick there. And it looks like the Vulcans are going to let the clock run out here in the third quarter. Let's take a look at the quick replay. As we look at the replay there on the hit stick from McCann.
And with that, that'll be the end of the third quarter. California up 28-9. Don't go anywhere, as we'll be right back here on CUTV, CUTV Sports 1, and the PSAC Network.
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
you're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Adamson Stadium for the fourth quarter coverage between Fairmont State and California. California with a 28-9 lead, and if you're the Vulcans, Johnny, I just want to hear your quick opinion on this. Like, what are you just looking to do here to finish out this game and give the Vulcans their first victory of the season?
So, definitely keep fundamental football, keep the extra activities after the play to a minimum. You don't want those being a factor going down on the road, and if you score, get your starters out of the game and get the backups in.
Mitchell hands it off once again to McCann. McCann able to break a couple tackles, work his way up the field, just brought down for about a gain of 3 at the 28-yard line. So this rushing attack from the Vulcans has been terrific so far, led by McCann.
Yeah, McCann just having a field day here as we see a couple substitutions coming in for the Vulcans, and as they have just been running this ball up and down the field, as we hear the student section getting loud again and rallying the troops here, trying to get another score before that clock hits 000 again.
Yeah, a fair bit of Fairmont fans make the travel here as Mitchell gets the snap, hands off to McCann again. McCann busting his way out the left side, able to break a couple tackles. McCann working his way up the left-hand side, brought down just shy of the 25-yard line. McCann with another big run.
That's going to be the longest run of the game here as we look at the replay. Look at this, McCann and juking and jiving all the way through that Fairmont defense, getting up to the next level, breaking past the secondary. Fairmont had to double down before, or they could make the tackle. Otherwise, it would have been another 15 yards on a horse collar.
And McCann, with that rush, gives himself over 100 yards on the day, pushes himself to 133 on the afternoon, averaging 7 yards a carry. Absolutely terrific from McCann. And it's going to be first down and 10 from the 27-yard line. Mitchell receives the snap, hands it off. And it's going to be a rush on the left-hand side. That one taken by McGriff, and he's going to pick up a couple yards, maybe one or two.
Yeah, give it and McCann the third a breather after that one.
Second down.
It will be second down. It's going to be about second down, about 9 or 10 from the 27.
As we see another substitution coming in at running back now, will be number 25, Devontae Williams coming in.
Devontae Williams today has 3 rushes for 10 yards, so maybe looking to add a little bit more to the stat book. Mitchell with a player either side of him receives snap back to pass. That one caught in the middle of the field by Cam Tarrant. Looks like he's going to get pulled up just at the first down marker. Looks like just short.
Yeah, it's going to be second in inches here. Look at the replay. As we see here, Tarrant making the catch, turning up field, and just can't get that ball all extended far enough to get the sticks.
Mitchell spreading the love here today, and now 5 receivers for him, able to pull in a pass. It's going to be about third down in inches here from the 18-yard line. Mitchell under center. Looks like they're running that power I formation we were talking about earlier. Mitchell with the snap, hands it off to McGriff. McGriff able to power forward, pick up the first down and more.
And that's what that power I is made for, or just getting them big boys up there, and it looks like they're going to go in a hurry up here.
Yeah, it looks like the Vulcans trying to catch Fairmont in some substitutions, but I believe with Fairmont quick to it, going to call a timeout as they weren't able to get their substitutions in time. I think a smart play by Mitchell. Smart play by Mitchell, but it looks like there will be a player down for Fairmont injured. Not quite sure who it is, but hopefully be able to get off the field as the Vulcans are going to come back and discuss. And
Coach Dunn having some words with the officials for that. He's saying that we got the snap off in time. This is ridiculous. And probably a few other words that we cannot say on the air.
Oh, absolutely not. And I don't want to know. I don't want to know what he's saying down there. But 11:55 left to play in the fourth quarter. California up by 8. Or I can't do math. I'm not doing that right now. 28-19. 19 points. That's what it is. And going to come back over and we can take a look. I believe at the upcoming schedule for the Vulcans. Playing Fairmont State today, obviously, but 2 road games in a row at Kutztown and then at Shepherd, then finally hosting their first in-conference game of the season with Edinburgh. That will be the Hall of Fame game for the Vulcans. Looks like the player for Edinburgh is going to make his way off the field, walking off on his own. That will be number 8, Randy Robinson. So glad to see that he's able to walk off on his own.
And keeping looking at the scoreboard here, here as my computer refreshes. So we can take a look around on the PSAC here. Here to get some updated scores. Still 21-14 over at West Liberty, leading Clarion right now. And currently Gannett and breaking away on this one against Charleston, 27-6. And we have broken in the 2-2 tie. Wheeling University up 9-2 over Seton Hill right now. And that is the only other games currently active on the PSAC West tonight.
I was kind of hoping they would stay at a 2-2 tie. What a slap in the face that would be, practicing, getting ready for your first game of the season. and you duke it out in a 2-safety tie as Mitchell sends the running back in motion, is going to hand it off to McGriff. McGriff met in the backfield and brought down just behind the line of scrimmage.
McGriff, the ball carrier.
It's going to lose about 2 or 3.
Yeah, ran into his own man there. In there,
us on the play. Second down.
And with that, it's going to be second down and about 12 from the 15-yard line for the Vulcans, trying to add another score to their lead and push it even further. 11:28 and running left to play in the fourth quarter. Just all about the Vulcans, just trying to close things out as comfortably and as confidently as you want them to see. Mitchell sends McCann to his right. Fakes the hand up to McCann and the screen pass to Jackson. Jackson gets caught by the shoelaces, and I think if he's able to break that one, that one's probably going to the house.
Yeah, he gets back past the original line of scrimmage. As we look here, watch Mitchell with some pressure gets the catch, and then breaks it off up the field, just to get caught by the shoestrings. With that reception, Jackson pushes himself over 100 yards for the game, 9 receptions for 104 yards, and the 2 touchdowns earlier on. Vulcans looking to drive. It's 3rd and 8 from the 11. 2 receivers, 2 Mitchells left, and Jackson. There's one to look out for. Jackson alone on the right-hand side with the one-on-one. Mitchell gets the snap, looking towards Jackson, fires to Jackson. Jackson makes the catch. And is able to, and gets brought down at the 2-yard line, and I'm glad I mentioned it because it happened. Yep. And Jackson and just being a dominant receiver here again, and as we see the replay, just a snap and go on this play. Jackson falling into his back with a man on top of him, makes the catch, and gives the Vulcans 1st and goal from about the 4-yard line.
A terrific job by Jackson. Mitchell to Jackson has just been a combination that I'm sure we'll see a lot more this season. Mitchell in the shotgun, gets the snap, hands it off to that time to McCann, and McCann able to find his way into the end zone for a touchdown for the Vulcans. McCann with having himself a terrific day and able to get his first touchdown on the board.
Yeah, that'll be the first rushing touchdown of the season for the Vulcans as well. As we take a look at the replay here, just a quick little draw play to fool them as we watch here is the snap up, and you see Ian Edenfield, the tight end, coming around the pole, giving him that lane to go, and just punches it in for the score. It's 34-9.
And I believe we will win chants from the fans are a lot more appropriate now than in the first quarter, but nonetheless the Vulcans up big, 34-9, awaiting the extra point by Beatco. The kick is up, and the kick is good. No doubt about that one. And the Vulcans up by a bunch, 35-9. 9:53 left to play. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on CUTV, CUTV Sports 1, and the PSAC Network.
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
you're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Adamson Stadium for the remainder of the fourth quarter between California and Fairmont. That time, the rushing play from McCann able to make its way into the end zone to get his first touchdown in the game. As we see, as we hear the band start to chug along down there.
I just now realized one of the band directors has a Thor's hammer in their hand right now.
Monier, always a classic. As Biko is going to get us underway with the kickoff. This time, Pacheco back to receive. Pacheco takes it from about his own 1 yard line. Pacheco breaking his way to the left-hand side and make a couple defenders miss and trying to get his way around the corner, but he's going to get thrown out of bounds at about the 30-yard line.
Yeah, and there's something pushing and shoving, and over there on the sideline, there's going to be a flag on the play. A Logan and Pfister, or the tackler there. As we look at the replay, here, or as we see the touchdown score, let's go to the official for the call.
It's going to be a illegal block in the back on Fairmont State. So after a decent return by Pacheco, it's going to nullify that, bring them back a couple of yards. It's going to be first down and 10 from, I believe, the 9-yard line. It's going to back them all the way up. That's a killer right there.
That's a momentum breaker right there. You get a good return and then backed up almost to your own end zone.
And that's just like the mental side of it. Like you said, both teams just jawing back and forth all night. And kind of just seeing it again right there as it's going to be first down and 10 from the 9. Floria in the shotgun. Looks like a couple Vulcans going to jump the snap. A quick throw by Floria just too far out of the way, intended for DJ Cloud, but it's going to be a free play anyway, so it's going to be a first down and 5 now for Fairmont.
Yeah, the Vulcans fell for the snap count on that one. When I preach this, if you're a D tackle especially, you got to watch the football.
Yeah, they're going to call Matt Toby on that one. Toby pretty much hasn't stepped a foot wrong all night, except for there. It's going to give Fairmont a little bit more room, backed up all the way to the 9 after that block in the back call on the kickoff return. Find themselves first down and 10 from the 14. 9:39 left to play. California up 20. I have no clue. 35-9. I can't do math. The snap is going to be handed off. It's going to be rushed up the middle. It's going to be brought down just short of the first down marker. It's going to be Trace with the carry.
And Trace has been the leading rusher for the Fighting Falcons tonight. As Trace gets tripped up by Mormont and Miller on the call.
Gain of 3 on the play. Second down and 2.
Gain of 3 on that one. It's going to be a second down and 2. I just did the math. 26-point lead for the Vulcans. 9:05 left to play. 3 receivers to the right for Floria. He's still going to have Trice in the backfield with him. Receiver in motion. It's going to be Harris on the left-hand side now. Floria with the snap is going to be a quick pass over the middle and caught in a tough hit stick. Big hit. Taken down on the play. That hit was by Kayvon Mormon, and he brought the hammer.
Someone had EA ready to go a little early on the NCAA game. As we see here, Harris on the catch, and then And Mormon with the hit stick, laying the boom down right there, ending in that play before it could get started.
Yeah, Mormon showing what he's capable of there. It's going to be a first down for Fairmont from the 23. Floria gets the snap, looking back, firing towards the right-hand side. He has a receiver deep, and is going to intend it for Cloud, and Cloud is going to pull that one in with the flag. Anyway.
There's another flag on the play. As Floria got hit late, right as he was letting go of the ball.
And this is a time for the Vulcans where you have to keep the mental strong, and that one, the hit unnecessary for Floria in the back. So I think it's going to be 2 fouls on the play, both by California.
And looks like we have a lineman losing his helmet as well for Fairmont. That's going to be number 74, or John Holland.
But a terrific catch made that time down the field. I believe that was Taylor able to snag that one in.
That's going to go to Lewis on that one.
And
excuse me, you're correct on that one. And John, I think we're just waiting on the foul call here.
It's going to be waiting for the decision from the referee, as Floria is going to receive some treatment after just taking a big hit very late.
And there's quite a few quarterbacks that at Fairmont could go to who here.
Pass interference. Defense number 10. That penalty's declined. Roughing the passer. Defense number 42. That penalty would be 15 yards tacked on to the end of the run. Automatic first down.
So after a great catch by Taylor, it's going to be a roughing the passer call. That time it was on a Josh Miller for the late hit on the quarterback, Floria.
Still down on the field right now. Now the official is trying to figure out how the things here a little bit. So the backup quarterback listed here, the Floria, number 7, Josh Dale. But it looks like it's going to be, you might remember this guy from last year, number 9, Connor Neal, who ran rampant last year against the Cal U. Floria is going to get help from a couple of his teammates to get him off the field.
And as Floria is going to receive some treatment, we're going to take a quick commercial break, so don't go anywhere, as we will be right back. And actually, we can take a look at the highlight of that catch. Terrific catch made. But it looks like that's going to be it. But we're going to take a quick commercial break. Actually, never mind. It looks like Floria able to get to his feet. He's going to get carried off by a couple of his teammates. So glad to see Floria up and well. But like you said, it will be number 9, Connor Neal, coming in to be backup for Fairmont State. And it's not something you see too often. Two backup quarterbacks, one for each team, coming in to play a couple plays for their team.
Yeah, you don't see it every day, but it does happen in here in the game of football. But Connor Neal, if you guys remember last year, or on the call, had 150 passing yards and ran for another 50 against Cal U. So they're going to keep him in check here.
Neal now in the shotgun, 3 receivers to his left. Neal gets the snap, firing to the left-hand side, deep towards the end zone, and that one is going to go just off the fingertips of Jeremiah Taylor. Taylor wanting to get the foul, get a pass interference called there on the outside, but no call and no completion.
Yeah, also should be noted, Neal is not your average quarterback, as he is a left-handed quarterback, so a southpaw in at as the play caller for the Fighting Falcons here.
Second down and 10 from the 23-yard line. Fairmont looking to just cut into this lead, but with so little time left, not sure it even really matters, as the receiver goes in motion. Neal gets the snap, looking to his left again. That one, and a big hit, able to knock that one out of Harris. And it's going to be another incompletion, another huge hit.
Take a look at the play here. Here as we see Neal takes the snap on this one and just catch and throw off with his back foot, as we see here. Harris looking to make the catch and just knocked right out from the sheer force of that hit. hit by Solomon Jr.
Just gets popped straight in the back. Two plays now here in the last couple minutes by the Vulcans defense, showing off their big hits. It's going to be a 3rd down and 10 from the 23. Neal in the shotgun. Receives the snap, looking to his left again, trying to go for the end zone again. That throw is going to end up incomplete. It's going to be another incompletion, that time intended for Pacheco, and Pacheco trying to get another pass interference call, but no call given.
As we see here, Fairmont looking for it all on that one and trying to get some momentum here and something in the top, have a little bit to talk about when they go home back down 79 tonight. But that was a no-go on that one.
And with that being down by 26, 7:43 left to play, they're going to go out there to try to convert this 4th down. It's going to be 4th down and 10 from the 23. Neal gets the snap, looking to his left again. The pass caught that time, was caught by Lewis, and Lewis able to fight his way forward and gets taken down just inside the 5-yard line. So Fairmont did a great job at converting the 4th down.
Yeah, taking a look here at the play. Neal had all day to throw this one as he finds his man, and Matt Toby right there in the middle of the field to make the play to stop him from scoring. But it's going to be 1st and goal now from the Cal U 5-yard line.
Joshawn Lewis able to pull that one in. It's going to give him his 4th reception of the night for Fairmont State. As like he said, it's going to be 1st and goal from the 5. Fairmont still in the shotgun set. 2 receivers to Neal's right, 1 to his left. Neal gets the snap, is going to hand it off. And the rush, that time, it's going to be brought down. It's going to be run in by Trice. It's going to be brought down just at the 2-yard line, so a gain of about 3.
Yeah, Fairmont getting a little bit of life here towards the end of the game. And we saw that in the first half. Towards the end of the half, they've got a little bit of life and got into good field position in for a score. It's only 2nd and goal now. They got a couple chances here. I feel like this is 4-down territory for them.
Oh, it absolutely is. After converting the last 4th down, I'm sure they wouldn't be as discouraged to go for it. In this close to the end zone, Neal still in the shotgun set. Gets the snap. It's going to be handoff again, but blown up in the backfield. A few Vulcans players, but none other, I believe, Jack Kalechi in the backfield able to bring him down.
Yeah, let's take a look at the replay here. Here you see the wing position for Fairmont, but it gets blown up immediately as you see Derek Cloroboy getting into the backfield along with Josh Miller and Matt Toby also making some noise back there.
He pushes things back just a little bit. 3rd and goal from the 6. And like you said, this is 4-down territory for Fairmont. 5:45 left to play here in the 4th quarter. Neal with 2 receivers. To his left, 2 receivers to his right, sends Trice in motion onto his right-hand side. Neal gets the snap, looking to his left, firing it towards the back of the end zone, and that one just over the head of Joshawn Lewis, trying to find him in that back corner of the end zone, and it's going to go out incomplete. And so now it's going to be 4th down and goal, and Neal is going to go over and get the play call from coach.
Yeah, and they're going to talk things over here for a hot second. And for sure, or because they're wanting a touchdown, you're this close. You're probably not going to get another chance. It's with 5.5 left to play here in regulation time.
Like you said, about 5.5 minutes left. Fairmont down 26. It's going to be 4th and goal from the 6th. Each team still with 2 timeouts. Something to keep in mind. Neal in the shotgun. Gets the snap, now looking to his right, fires quickly, and that one caught in the end zone for a touchdown. That one is going to end up going to DJ Cloud. So a great play call from Fairmont, able to draw that one up and get themselves on the board again.
And I know the play they went with, we had called it something different than what they probably do. We called this shoots. Hoots, as you see here, quick little flat route holds for everybody. As you see, the receiver just a little out route makes the catch.
The extra point
Cuts a little bit more further into this lead.
Catch made by Cloud is going to be good for the touchdown. So Fairmont now down by 20. Awaiting the kick from Ahmed. Ahmed's kick is up.
Kick is up.
And that one is no good as he misses another extra point. So Fairmont able to pull a touchdown back, but still find themselves down by 20, 35-15. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on CUTV Sports 1 and the PSAC Network.
Worried about your friend but don't know how to reach out?
You can say how are you or get a fake tattoo. You can ask with an app if it works for you. You can chat with them in VR. It's so good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should.
Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health.
Whatever gets you talking.
Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Adamson Stadium for the remainder of the fourth quarter coverage between California and Fairmont State. Fairmont State able to pull a touchdown back. Neal able to find a DJ Cloud in the end zone, but after another missed extra point by Ahmed.
Looks like they're going for the onside kick.
It's going to be an onside kick made, and looks like it's going to bounce around. Both teams try in the scrum for it, and it looks like I believe California is going to get signaled for the ball, but that one nearly ends up going back to Fairmont as we can take a look at it.
Yeah, so take a look at the last touchdown play here, John. As we see, like I said, the little out there. There, the Cloud makes the catch and brings it in, and with a little toe tap up, makes it 35-15.
And I believe it was Dominic Solomon Jr. on the recovery, nearly let that one go through his hands, but the Vulcans all able to dogpile on that one and recover it for themselves. So they will get the ball inside Fairmont territory, first and 10 from the 48. Noah Mitchell still in there for back at quarterback. Mitchell receives the snap. It's going to hand off. It's going to be a brisk run up the right for McCann. McCann's going to pick up a couple.
I was going to say, get ready to see the carousel of running backs here for Cal. You're already up 20. No need to be passing the football here.
I personally hope to see someone that I played against, or that my high school played against a lot. Damani Stafford, freshman out of California. Potentially, I'm not quite sure if we'll see him in this game, but someone that I have a lot of experience watching and playing against in high school and football. Absolute monster in the backfield, but right now it's going to be second down and 7, 4:35 left to play. Still going to be McCann back, and McCann receives the handoff, is going to able to push that one up the middle and drive forward with a couple of defenders on his back, and they get called down at about the 39, 40-yard line. It's going to be just short. It's going to be about 3rd and 2.
That'll bring up a 3rd down and 2.
We're going to see a couple substitutions here for the Vulcan. And it looks like they're going to start going heavy.
So it looks like the Vulcans looking heavy into the rush game as they send a couple of extra linemen out there to try to get this 3rd down push.
Yeah, sending Sean Knight, one of the guards in as an extra lineman on this play.
With that big line for the Vulcans, an even bigger line for Fairmont. Mitchell under center. He's going to hand it off to McCann again. McCann is able to make his way forward. And he's going to get brought down, but looks like forward progress. It's going to give him the first down. And so the Vulcans just, the win is just a formality at this point. It's just about finishing it out.
First down.
Yeah, and the Vulcans just running it up and up the gut right now and getting 3 yards here, 4 yards there, another 6 here.
3:20 left to play here in regulation time. Just want to give another quick shout out to Noah Mitchell, breaking the all-time passing touchdown record here for the Vulcans and added a couple more. And I also want to give a quick shout out to McCann having a terrific game here. 22 rushes for 143 yards and a touchdown. It's going to be the Vulcans 1st and 10 Mitchell gets the snap, but it looks like there's going to be a whistle blown and a timeout called by California. Not exactly how they lined it up and wanted it to be. So Coach Dunn will call the timeout. He's going to stop the clock with 2:58 left to play.
Their second timeout of the half.
And we're going to see some substitutions here for the Vulcans as well. A couple little guys coming in here now as we take a look at some of the highlights from earlier on in the game here, John. And one of those being in one of the Cal U touchdowns of the half, and Hurt with his first touchdown on this first play of the game. And then here we see Harris with is McCann, and the handoff up the middle, getting the first rushing touchdown of the season for the Vulcans. And it's from about 4 yards out. Well, as we get ready to get back underway here to wrap up the last 3 minutes of the game.
And we can take a look at some more stats. Jaquay Jackson leading the Vulcans in receiving 10 receptions for 113 yards and 2 touchdowns.
I was going to say, do we got a player of the game for this one, John?
I mean, I feel like it has to be Noah Mitchell, right? I mean, a couple of offensive players, you can give it to I think McCann, definitely worthy of it as well, but Mitchell breaking the touchdown record, but Jackson, 10 catches, 113 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Willis the third with 3 catches for 93 yards and 2 touchdowns as well. So a terrific all-out performance by this Vulcans offense. Mitchell gets the snap and hands it off to McCann again. McCann able to find a hole and cut his way up into the middle. Able to pick up a decent chunk of yardage there, about 6 or 7.
Yeah, almost broke free again and almost was off to the races. Is just another shoestring tackle there by Fairmont. And it's going to be second down and manageable.
I think I changed. I think McCann. I think I'm going to give it to McCann. I think, or especially in the offense. I think on the defensive side of the ball, I think Matt Toby. I think Toby has to be the player of the game on the defense.
Yeah, my defensive player of the game. I definitely agree with you because you could either go on with him or Noah Dillo on this one, but I'm going to give it to Matt Toby. He's a monster on that defense today. And then I'm sticking with my guns on this one. I'm going to go Noah Mitchell as the offensive player of the game.
Mitchell receives the snap and is going to hand off the ball. That time the handoff was to Devontae Williams. Williams able to rush up and get the first down and keep the chains going.
First down.
And other fans still cheering on as the clock slowly winding down. Just past 2 minutes. The Vulcans up 35-15. Just look to close it out.
And they're just trying to burn some clock here now. A couple more run plays, and then you can kneel it out. I feel like after this play, you could probably take a kneel down to end the game.
Mitchell gets the snap, hands off to Williams again. Williams trying to get his way up the left side, but gets brought down ferociously after a gain of about 2. And like you said, about 30 seconds left on the game clock, and about for the snap clock, and about 1:15 left on the game clock. So about 1 or 2 more plays, and that should wrap it up for the Vulcans.
Yeah, as we see a couple guys coming in as the Vulcans making some substitutions as the clock ticks under a minute, and
less than a minute left here for California. And it looks like they will assume the victory formation. Mitchell takes the knee, and I think we're going to have to run one more play.
Run one more play, but yeah, definitely a good game so far. A couple things you got to work in practice, but as we take a look at some highlights here's John starting off with the school record touchdown on the pop pass over to Jaquay Jackson to get the scoring going. And on that one, as we are under 30 seconds now.
The Vulcans able to get their season off on the right foot, able to take game number 1 over the Fairmont State Fighting Falcons. As the clock winds down, your final score will be 35 California, 15 Fairmont State. From everyone here at CUTV, thank you very much for watching. And Johnny, thank you very much for joining me today.
Yeah, it's a pleasure, John. I've been looking forward to this all week, and I can't wait to get to doing football next week when we go to Kutztown.
Yeah, like Johnny just said, make sure to tune in next week at noon as California will take on Kutztown. And like I said, thank you from everyone here at CUTV. Thank you very much for listening. We'll see you guys all next week.